Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of y'all, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. So look here. Yeah, there's going to be some wind noise in this probably because I'm still in Jeddah. In any case, look, what Michael B. Jordan did was something that we've seen men do before, but it used to be something, especially growing up in our teens and as young adults, that we heard criticized so often that we nowadays would even criticize someone for doing it. And that is that he dumped a broad for being stupid, being an airhead. Now understand, Marjorie has learned the wrong lesson because she found a simp like Steve on which she could cash out. And Steve is a simp, and therefore he holds men accountable but not women. We know that because if she introduces a man to Steve, he wants to know, what are your intentions with my daughter? But he never looks at his daughter or stepdaughter and says, why are you bouncing from man to man and even from son to father and father to son? What the walk is wrong with you? So this being said, now that we got that out the way, let me tell you all that sadly, happily actually, sadly not enough men are doing this, even at our age, but happily more and more men are beginning to do this. Now, sadly, most of us don't have the same options that Michael B. Jordan's going to have. However, you're going to have to still be willing to exercise that same willingness to let a broad go. And that means even if you married the wrong one, she's stupid, you're going to have to end that marriage. Why? Because she dumb. Why? Because if you're stupid and they get tired of you being dumb, they'll leave you. Now, granted, they don't want you if you're smart, but if they get tired of you being stupid, they're going to bounce. That's what it comes down to. You got to be willing to leave for the same reasons they are. Now, male chastity is something that we have to take in a much further direction than what Michael B. Jordan took it. We need to take male chastity and we need to be ready to go the extent of it. See, first off, the reason for doing it needs to be because it's the right thing to do, morally speaking, because God said so. That's the first thing. The practical benefits that come with it, well, you can count on God, who is just and fair. You can count on Allah to deliver those if you did it for the right reason. And the practical benefits are, in fact, one of the reasons. But you got to be willing to take it to the full extent. And what this means is you don't let them get anything out of you, your wallets or through your zipper. You don't even let them find you alone. You don't let them get in seclusion with you without a marriage contract. And I don't mean one from the state. I do mean one according to your faith tradition without the state marriage contract if you live in an area in which the courts and that jurisdiction are going to sit up here and see things in their favor. Next, there's more. You got to understand, gentlemen, that when you're with them, you got to be ready to bounce on them for any of the same reasons they would have for bouncing on you. Stupidity is one of them. You can't afford that. Bad hygiene's another one. A lot of y'all are like, well, you know, man, we're about smash and dash. I can't condone that. I'm telling you also that to the extent that you're willing to do that, to the extent that you're willing to engage in smash and dash, you're going to regret it. Absolutely you will. Assalamu alaikum. Every time you engage in something like that, you're willing to do something that Allah said not to do for the women or the men. He's going to take that payment out. And if you think you're getting away with it in this life, then you're going to really find out in the next. But in the end, it's going to come down to this. Until the day that you are willing to deprive them physically and financially, as willing and for as asinine a reason as they're willing to deprive you physically, and they're already going to deprive you financially anyway, you've not begun to fight back. You got to do not only what he did, you got to take it further. Thanks for listening. Black Heart, Black Mind, Blackout, Assalamu alaikum. And as always, black heterosexual, non-select male power just because they don't like it. And black patriarchy until extinction or judgment day.